The fight over the abortion drugs continued to rage, and on Friday, for example, the Department of Justice moved to block Missouri's legal effort to end the FDA's policy that allows dangerous, high-risk chemical abortion drugs to flood the country through mail-order distribution. They attempted to block that. Well, the DOJ had made a similar move against a lawsuit from the state of Louisiana, which that one is now currently in the courts. While the DOJ has stated that they are all in favor of protecting the health and safety of pregnant women, and they say that that's of paramount importance, the question is whether or not their actions and or inactions of this administration really reflect that perspective. Well, joining us now to discuss this and more is Thomas Jacobson. He's the founder and executive director of Global Life Campaign. He's also the co-author of the Abortion Worldwide Report, which is the most comprehensive report ever published on abortion worldwide, with a compilation of the history and policies of some 196 different nations. Thomas, we welcome you. Glad to have you join us today on Washington Watch.
Thank you, Jody. Great to be on with you.
All right, so what do you make of these lawsuits from pro-life states and how the Trump administration has been responding to them?
Well, I think it's been a good thing that they're issuing the lawsuits in order to enact the law. You know, there's the Comstock Act from, 1874 that prohibited the mailing of such things in the mail as abortion or any type of chemical or pill or whatever that could cause an abortion. So, and as we know, that was withdrawn or not enforced during the Biden administration. So it's really a state authority and a state right, a first responsibility to protect life. That's a core foundation of our governments and our government systems from the beginning. And then so for the DOJ at this point to be thwarting those efforts to enforce, to allow states to enforce their laws is really incomprehensible to me. I know that they're saying that it's going to compromise the FDA from doing their study, but I really don't understand how that could thwart that capacity. The FDA's had a lot of time to do that study. They've had sufficient time, and they could look at the other studies that are already out there that are showing 10, 11% of women are deeply affected by using the abortion pill, and some of them ending, that's the percentage ending up in hospitals. But of course, in every case, there's a dead baby that results, and we got to deal with that.
Right. Yeah, and what's really being thwarted in addition to all of that is the states' rights, as you initially brought up, and particularly these red states that have strong pro-life protections, and all of that is being undermined as these abortion drugs just continue flooding into even red states. So we've seen an increase of the abortion drug. In fact, it's growing exponentially. So what does that in itself tell you as to what the real situation is like?
Well, I think the Lord gave us an opportunity with the Dobbs decision to change the course of our history. But this has really brought out what's in the hearts of many Americans in both ways. So there are many of us, millions of us, who are fighting for life and to protect life, and yet there's enormous efforts to unleash the abortion pill upon our nation, and without really dealing with the consequences. Like as I'm reading through these different articles and watching what's going on, there's a few words that come to my mind. One is deception. You have healthcare workers and women, thinking that they're doing a good thing, but not really realizing they're killing a baby. Then you've got lawlessness going on. I mean, this rebellion against the good, sound laws is fomenting lawlessness in our land, which is very, very, very dangerous for the future of our nation. and the ability for us to maintain peace and order within our own borders here. But also, I would just comment that I think what some of the impacts that get lost is the impacts on the women who are pregnant, their mothers and the dads of those babies, the universities like in Oregon that's going on, and they're authorizing the abortion pill there now, or in Washington State, and these are places that I used to live, and so I have a deep concern for them. But the impacts upon them when they do this, and one day will wake up and realize what they've done. And then the other aspect I want to just comment on is complicity that we seem to forget about. But a nurse or a health professional, a father of a child that wants to eliminate the child, the mother of the child, the government who made the policies, they're all complicit in the murder of that child.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is just becoming more and more and more of a major issue that has to be dealt with. And DOJ, the FDA, Trump administration need to step up and deal with this situation. I want to say thank you to Thomas Jacobson, founder of Global Life Campaign, for joining us today on Washington Watch.
Well, you're welcome, Jody. Thank you for having me on.